Hey there, I'm Danny Conlon with Ignite Visibility, and welcome back to our digital marketing news update. This week, we've got some big news in the world of AI search, social media marketing, and holiday planning, so let's dive right in. Let's start with an interesting study that revealed AI search engines are sending users to broken links 3 times more than Google. A recent study by Ahrefs found that ChatGPT leads the pack, with 1% of clicked URLs landing on 404 error pages, compared to Google's only 0.15%. What's the deal here? AI tools like ChatGPT sometimes rely on outdated or made-up URLs that seem legit but don't actually exist. It's a growing issue, but for most sites, the traffic impact is still very small. But as AI search continues to rise, this could become a bigger challenge. So now's the opportunity to optimize your 404 pages just in case your website ends up being mentioned and leads to a 404. Make sure it keeps users engaged and set up redirects for any fake URLs that might pop up. Switching gears. In a recent report from Search Engine Journal, it was revealed that EEAT, which we know stands for Experience, Expertise, Authoritativeness, and Trustworthiness, is becoming more critical than ever. With the rise of AI-driven content, it's no surprise that 58.5% of marketers are focusing on human-authored content supported by AI to stay competitive. Well, why? Because while AI can generate content, it can't replace the real-world experience, authority, and trust that comes from authentic and well-researched content. So, if you're not already, start making sure your content builds trust and positions you as an authority in your field. Speaking of AI, here's something that caught my attention. Ranking in Google doesn't automatically mean that you'll show up in AI search tools like ChatGPT. A study from ChatTopic found that only 62% of the brands ranked on Google's first page were mentioned in ChatGPT results. This is a reminder that AI search tools follow their own rules. Even if you're dominating Google, it doesn't guarantee your visibility on AI platforms, which may have different content priorities. This also further proves my personal stance that Google's recent statement saying that generative engine optimization isn't needed and that basic SEO will do is simply not true. To stay ahead of the curve, it's time to start optimizing for GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. AI search is growing fast, and your strategy needs to keep up. Speaking of GEO, a new survey found that 63% of marketers aren't yet investing in it. As AI-powered search engines become more mainstream, this gap could put brands at a disadvantage. Most marketers are still heavily focused on SEO, which will and always should be an optimization principle, but as generative AI continues to reshape how people search, your content needs to be ready for this shift. Geo isn't just a buzzword, it's a new playbook for how brands need to approach search visibility. My biggest piece of advice right now for businesses is to think about and prioritize geo as we move into the end of the year and as we start thinking about marketing budget allocations for next year. SEO is still important, it's not going away, but so is geo, and that's not going away either. On a different note, there's a major legal development involving Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI. They're proposing a $1.5 billion settlement over the use of pirated books to train their AI. Why is that important? Well, it's the largest copyright recovery ever, and it's setting a precedent for how AI companies handle content licensing. As AI tools become more integrated into content creation, this case highlights the ongoing issues with copyright and intellectual property. So if you're using AI for content, it's worth keeping an eye on how this case evolves, as it could affect licensing models in the future. Moving back over to SEO, Google has announced that they will be removing 6 structured data types from Search Console, Rich Results Test, and the list of search appearance filters. This affects reporting and testing for course info, claim review, estimated salary, learning video, special announcement, and vehicle listing. Google says that dropping these 6 types won't affect rankings, but instead, they believe the change contributes to a cleaner, more focused search results page for everyone. The data is expected to be gone by October 1st, 2025. So if you're using these types in your data or reports, make sure to adjust your queries and dashboards now to avoid any disruptions when the changes take effect. Here's something that might surprise you. Despite the growing use of ChatGPT, 95% of ChatGPT users still visit Google, while only 14% of Google users turn to ChatGPT. It's clear that Google still dominates when it comes to driving traffic, and while AI search is growing, AI tools like ChatGPT are increasingly part of the search process. Here's why that's important. ChatGPT often helps guide users to refine their Google searches, acting as a bridge to better and targeted results. This means that being visible in both platforms is essential. AI-driven tools like ChatGPT are steering more users to specific, highly relevant queries, and many of those users still turn to Google for final answers. So while Google remains the traffic leader, AI search is becoming a crucial part of the discovery process. To stay ahead and competitive, you really need to optimize for both, because AI search and traditional Google search go hand in hand now. Onto some Gemini news. For those of you in content creation, Google has just rolled out a game-changing feature. You can now upload audio files to Google Gemini. This could be huge for podcasters, webinars, and anyone creating audio content. Google will transcribe these files into text, perfect for show notes, action items, or even conversation summaries. This is an excellent way to repurpose your audio content and make it more accessible to your audience. Now let's talk about ads. A recent report shows that Reddit ads are delivering a strong ROI, especially for tech marketers. According to TransUnion, Reddit outperforms other social media platforms in terms of return on ad spend. Reddit's ability to reach niche, highly engaged audiences makes it a great channel for brands in the tech space. So if you're looking for a cost-effective advertising platform, Reddit should definitely be on your radar. Consider testing out Reddit's ad options and see if it fits into your marketing mix. TikTok continues to dominate as a search engine as well, especially among Gen Z. A new study found that 86% of Gen Z is using TikTok for weekly searches, with categories like beauty, fashion, and DIY seeing huge increases in search volume. So if your business is in one of these industries and you're not already on TikTok, now's the time to rethink your social media strategy. It's not just a platform for viral dances anymore, it's becoming a major search tool, especially for younger audiences. With the holiday season fast approaching, Pinterest has shared some valuable insights. Half of Pinterest monthly users are likely creating holiday wish lists right now, which makes this platform a goldmine for holiday marketing. Pinterest suggests personalizing your pins and investing in pin ads to capture this early momentum. So if you're planning a holiday campaign, Pinterest should be an essential part of your strategy. Start creating pins now and use Pinterest trends to predict the seasonal demand for your products. To wrap up, Google's pushing advertisers to take advantage of AI-powered ads this holiday season. With consumers starting their shopping earlier than ever, Google is suggesting tools like Product Studio, Asset Studio, and Demand Gen to optimize your holiday campaigns. These tools will help you target shoppers more effectively, boosting your holiday performance. So if you're not already using Google's AI tools, now's the time to experiment and see how they can. That's it for this week's update. From AI search for disruptions to holiday marketing tips, there is a lot to digest. Be sure to implement these insights and stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.